Hey, amazing boss. I wanted to come in today and really talk about why being more self-aware is going to improve your leadership skills. And this is important because we all want to be great leaders. And great leaders are ones who they know themselves. They also know each member of their team, which is really important. And I really mean know, not just know their names. Hey, I'm Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. So if you don't want to miss out on any of my leadership tips and strategies that I share on a weekly basis, then subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to like the button below, and then you will not miss out. You'll be alerted. Also, I want to make you aware that I have a program called The Confident Boss that will actually help you become more self-aware as it relates to leading your team and a whole lot of other great stuff. And you can get that on my website, transformationgroupllc.com. All right, so what does self-awareness mean? Self-awareness means that you know what motivates you. You know what demotivates you. You know what your weaknesses are or challenges, and you also know what you excel at. And good thing is that you also know your feelings. You know how you feel about issues. You know your character and what those things that are non-negotiable for you, such as, hey, I'm going to treat everybody with respect. So that is really important as well. When it comes to what all this means is that when you are conscious of how your behaviors, your personality, your habits, how they impact the decisions that you make when it comes to leading your team. And that self-awareness it just has great impact on a business as well. And I'll get into that a little later. So those who are self-aware, they are more conscious of how they speak, the word choices that they pick to use in a conversation with people, their teammates, their colleagues, and how that is going to impact what they're trying to achieve. So why does self-awareness really help you improve your leadership skills? This is the reason why. And I came up with 3 great reasons of why this is important. And the first is that you make better choices as a leader when you are self-aware. And this means that you think before acting. And this is actually one of my sons. He is a 2nd-degree black belt in Taekwondo, working on his 3rd. And he actually, this is the motto, the culture that his grandmaster emphasizes in the studio, in the program, and that is that you think before acting. And this doesn't mean just when they are doing Taekwondo. This means in life. So you are thinking about how your behaviors are going to impact that other person. You're going to think how your behaviors are going to impact yourself. And I think this is such an amazing model to use and when in life, and as an artist or whatever. I just think it's hugely important, and it's a great thing to think about when it comes to making choices. Making good choices. And also when it comes to the impact of those decisions and the word choices on your team. If something doesn't go the way you expect it to go, if you choose to berate that employee, then you're not going to get the results that you are really wanting, because they're not going to be as put as much effort into the task as you would like, because you are not responding in the way that really you should. So it comes back to making better choices and thinking before acting. The second aspect of why it's so important to be self-aware as a leader is because you understand your gifts. When you are self-aware, you know the skills that you are really great at. You know the knowledge that you possess. You know the expertise that you have that you can bring to the job and how it can benefit the company. And I think this is so important that we don't do enough at. And when it comes to understanding your gifts and really expressing them in a way that you communicate that to the team and others within management if you're working for a company. And now the last reason why I think self-awareness is so important when it comes to leadership is because you are more realistic. When you are realistic, you know what you can achieve. You're not going to be, trying to be way up here in getting results when you know that's not going to happen. And when you are way up here, you're unrealistic. You are defeating yourself because you're really hard on yourself because you're not achieving the results that you want, and your team is going to be defeated. So I think when you are realistic about goal achievement, about communicating expectations, it also translates into how you inspire your team and how you motivate your team and how you motivate yourself as a leader. So you are much more realistic in what can be achieved. And bottom line is this: when you are self-aware, you have higher levels of emotional intelligence. You are skilled at this. And when you have high emotional intelligence, you are much more self-fulfilled. You are making better decisions. You are understanding your capabilities as it relates to who you are as a leader, and you can see that in your team as well. You are much better at managing stress, and your decisions, I think I said this, but your decisions are much better as well. And bottom line is that when you are self-aware and you have high levels of emotional intelligence, you are teaching your team members to do the same. And I think this modeling those behaviors is so important as a leader, because we all know, we've all been in the place where we've had bosses that have been horrible, and I know I've said to myself, and you might have said as well, if I ever get into management, I am not going to be short-tempered, or I'm not going to play favorites. And we see this in others and how it's not effective. And we learn this. We take this knowledge with us. And so you're doing the same when you become self-aware and have higher levels of emotional intelligence, because you are teaching your team to do the same. So recap real quick, the 3 reasons why I think that having self-awareness can improve your leadership skills is because 1, you make better choices. 2, you understand your gifts. And then 3, you are much more realistic in who you are as a leader and what you can achieve. So hopefully you found this useful. If you did, please like the button below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And last but not least, check out that Confident Boss on my website, transformationgroup.llc.com. And now go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. Until next time, bye.